Welcome back. Our discussion is about LPG supply and demand. And we still have Mr. Achmad Widjaya. He is the Executive Committee Chairman of Indonesian Gas Society. And don't forget that you can watch Revenews International through live streaming at www.sindonews.com. Alright, so we just talked about the circulation of LPG, of the subsidized LPG in the market. And then recently, we just heard that some areas in Indonesia are having scarcity of 3 kg LPG, which are in Depok and then Bekasi as well. So, what could be the reasons behind the scarcity?
Those two areas between the Depok and Bekasi is the most middle-low area, where we are all know in Jakarta especially that these two areas is among a very low society which is living. And subsidy is not just about the LPG. The rice also subsidized for that area. The electricity also supply in that area. So I think government know, and government also registered most of the people which is living in that area. So by means, the government knowing how to manage this well between the people which is living and between the consumption of the LPG. It is very simple for the government just appointed one agent or one distributors to allocate this distribution and the logistic through an appointed closed loop distribution, not by giving away to the same distributor and same distributors as well to distributing this green 3 kg. Secondly, I think government has to ensure that if the control needs to be monitored continuously, I think government has to work together with the police station as well, very nearby in all sectors of the police area. You can control how much of the distribution in and how much is out. And this will be balance up the whole supply demand of the poor area where needs to be distributed. Because today we are seeing that a lot of uncontrollable situation which is happen is because the distributors which is holding and handling the 3 kg LPG in the same area where the commercial of the LPG being doing at the moment. And we are knowing very well that the 3 kg is basically a subsidy which has been allocated by the government for a certain amounts to be delivered. So this has been allocated from, I would say, Aceh to Papua, not just about the Bekasi and Depok. Because Bekasi and Depok is so easy to shifting between the commercial and the subsidized, and nobody control, no police control, no government control, so everybody do the same. So it's just because of the mentality of the commercial area where they see a loophole of profit, then everybody will do.
Alright, and then you mentioned about the government appointed big cities, including Jakarta, to be the distributor of 3 kg LPG. And then what's so hard just to reach Depok and Bekasi, which are the surrounding areas in Jakarta?
Main problem what we are seeing in the market is the area of the distribution is so close, because that the Depok and Bekasi is so crowded of the people living in that area, and the supply which is keep improving, keep upgrading, because there's no more kerosene, no more others which is as the energy. The only thing where all this poor subsidizing area is just receiving all the LPG of the 3 kg. So this 3 kg is just like you're sleeping with it, for example, and you cannot live with it, and you cannot take away of that. So I think everybody is seeing that this is a grow market and this is a potential. Plus the distributor which is doing the subsidizing also doing the commercial. So by means, one, it is distribution been having a problem, distribution late. This is a chance of the commercial where they can shift it one into the other. There will be a chance for them to shift everything without control. That's the whole issue that I think government need to control by himself through Pertamina, as well as number one is very simple, is just put one police to control. Let the police say that this is right, this is wrong, this is the area, this is where, just determining and put together one control area where all this distribution they can pick up and they can deliver, they can resend back the whole tank of the LPG to the area where the government appointed and controlled by the police.
All right, and then it's about the shifting trend of the use from 12 kilogram LPG to the 3 kilogram LPG. Is it solely because of the high price of the 12 kilogram LPG, which is not subsidized? It is recently increasing again.
Because as we are knowing in the market, I think the 3 kg to shifted to 12 kg is very simple by doing very simple equipment, which is transfer one into the other because of the low pressure between those two LPG. So I think everybody is doing. Plus, you are the one who is delivering and you are the one which is the agent. You are also holding the subsidized. You are also holding the commercial. So it's in one place, one area where it's easily no more other costs. It's just one small equipment to transfer, shifting from 3 to 12. So I think everybody will do the same. So plus the demand of that area is because of the subsidized area, of the poor area, of the determined number of the LPG has been allocated. The pickup point is not clear and the commercial area is more than what the pickup point. So that will be the issue, that people will be shifting from 3 kg to 12 kg and they serve the 12 kg is just like a hot cake.
That is still unclear. So
because the 12 kg is very high price today, it's about 135,000 I think. And the pack price from Pertamina of the 3 kg is about what? 16,000. So it's a far and a big gap of the pricing, which is make people utilizing all these profitabilities to do with a small little equipment.
All right, and then so it's about the price. If we're talking about the price, Pertamina stated that they only set the price from Pertamina to the agents, whereas we don't know what's happening to the price from the agents to the retailers. So what is actually happening?
Number one, I think besides Pertamina as a semi-monopoly and also monopoly of the LPG, Pertamina has to make sure that can work more terminal, a source of terminal, which is work with the private sectors to distribute more into the Jakarta area. For example, we see the region of the Jakarta, they were located only in Banten, which is Banten to Bekasi is quite far. The logistic cost is there. Number two, I think government has to be also import more through the private sector, not just Pertamina. Because Pertamina is only receiving and buying the import from one source of the LPG through Aramco in Arab Saudi, in the Middle East. In other Middle East, we can buy, especially in Iran, which is open to buy, but we are almost scary about the Iran because of the sanction of the US. Other countries keep buying, Indonesia is not buying, and we are not controlled by the capitalized.
All right, so about the importation and about the price hike, we'll discuss it, and we'll discuss it in the later segment. Don't go anywhere, we'll still have one more segment for discussion. Stay with us.